Good evening, SRA Nation, and welcome to Season 14. Once you've got qualifying, then the main 1 hour race. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Sim Racing Alliance. And this is where it all counts. As all eyes go to the light, and we are racing.
He brakes late, almost takes out the car ahead of him.
He's getting a tow, a flash.
Argy right on the exit, rear end squiggle. Who's going to get the move done here around the outside?
Oh, dang!
Byron ran it so shallow there, and this has become a 4-car battle. Game of inches as the BMW is in the paint.
And we're off and away for SRA.
Good evening, SRA Nation, and welcome back to the D3 GT3 Championship. I'm your host, Marlon Abubo, and joined with me today is
I'm so sad. I'm so sad, Marlon.
I'm so sad too. Anyways, I just wanted to ask, how was your trip to Mexico? Was it fun?
Oh yeah, dude. You know, they don't call me Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer for nothing. I got like the meanest suntan on my nose and everything. It was bad. But yeah, good to be back. Hello, everybody. It's good to be here. Laguna Seca. I did the race yesterday after about maybe like 15 minutes of practice. I asked a few other Lexus drivers, be like, hey, what should I know for this week? And they'll be like, I don't know. So it's gonna be it was tough for me. I mean, my race was tough, but I'm hoping that D4 has a bit more entertaining race because ours was dry. D3 was quite damp, but yeah, I mean, it should be exciting. Laguna Seca is always either a fan favorite or not a fan favorite. Personally, for me, I'm kind of in between. I think it should be fun. If it's like a wet track, wet race, it's going to be interesting for all the D4 drivers going around the circuit. But yeah, I mean, how do you feel about this track, Marlon?
I love Laguna Seca. There's not a lot of racetracks in California anymore. They're tearing them down. Willow Springs, it's not even like a raceable track on ACC. Long Beach, that's not even a racetrack. That is a street circuit. Laguna Seca, though, it's awesome. Corkscrew is awesome. Watching the incidents happen in the corkscrew, that's what I'm most excited for anyways. So
well, let's hope not much of that happens today, you know. So.
we need content.
I think we got enough of it this season, to be honest.
We need more. I mean, we'll see how the race goes, but we're going to move on to our season calendar for the rest of the season. Like we were talking about, the drivers are bringing their cars to sunny Monterey, California at the Laguna Seca track. We don't know if it's going to be a wet condition race, though. It is mixed conditions, so we're going to see how the track conditions will be once we head onto the track. But for the final 2 rounds, we're pivoting straight to South Africa for a Kailami race. It's going to be a dry race, and then for the final race of the season, we're heading towards the Temple of Speed at Monza. Anyways, back to our actual track here at Laguna Seca. I'll hand over the track map over to Anton.
Why is turn 1 a turn, by the way? Like, look at the track map. It's not even a turn. It's like the Red Bull Ring, you know, turn 2 bit where it's going up into the hairpin. Anyway, Laguna Seca, quite a short track. It's going to be a very short lap in these GT3s. I think peak times that you want to be hitting in the dry, at least for the aliens, is going to be like high 20s, low 21s. But you know, we're probably not going to be seeing that today, especially with the variable track conditions. We might be seeing a mix between 22s, 23s, maybe possibly even 25s, and maybe in 28s. Who knows? But turn 1, turn 2. Turn 2, I imagine, is going to be a very, very tricky corner, especially on lap 1. There's going to be a lot of side-by-side going into the downhill braking with all these cars, especially could be what could be possible wet race. Going to have to navigate those braking zones very carefully, especially with cars in front and behind. But turn 1 through 4 is going to be sector 1. It's quite technical, even though it's a pretty rudimentary set of racing corners. You got a hairpin, you got 2 90-degree corners. You can get on throttle turn 4 very, very early, and you could power down into turn 5. This is going to be a pretty niche overtaking opportunity. The car on the inside can get on throttle early as well as the car on the outside. So leading up at the side-by-side on turn 6, it's going to be very, very scary for these D4 drivers, as there is a huge sausage curb on the inside of turn 6, and you do not want to hit that, as you will be sent flying into the Shadow Realm. If you're not sent flying into the Shadow Realm at turn 6, you will definitely be sent flying going into the corkscrew, the infamous corkscrew of Laguna Seca. Marlon and I were talking about how corkscrew is going to be one of the trickiest corners, because you want to be able to hug the left side and get on power as soon as possible. Heading into turn 10, which is another one of those corners where you just got to barely clip the sausage curb. In turn 11, possibly another overtaking opportunity. But one thing I do want to talk about, Marlon, is the pit entry. So pit entry is going to be very scary today. Even with dry conditions, it's still treacherous because it's so sharp. If you have a box that's super, super close to the entry, you're going to have to be on your game. You're going to just have to, lift, maybe even brake, and then immediately turn. You just got to, just 2 more weeks. Ooh, I got to hold it in. 2 more weeks.
That's why you took your trip to Mexico.
Yeah, I got to get a week sabbatical at some point. The week in between for Hungaroring wasn't enough, so... Yeah. Anyway, that's Laguna Seca in sunny California.
Yeah. I'm going to move on to our driver standings for you guys. We'll see here that the gap between Kevin Johnson and John Ansem, not really that big. That's going to be a 19-point gap. So first and second, John Ansem, Kevin Johnson, it will be the main battle for Gold Division. Then we have Rowdy Burns following right behind him is Vincent Nicolet and Lubin Nore, who you mentioned is on your fantasy team. So hopefully he does.
I'm rooting for
you.
him. Oh yeah.
For the silver division, we have a clear leader of the pack by a good margin, at least. That's 56 points off the next person, Stephen Sarver in that Lamborghini, 206 compared to Hunter Gale. Again, 56 points. Hunter Gale's 150, and then following him is not a huge margin at all. This fight for the second spot in the silver division is pretty close. We have Cesare Penkovic, Sergio Lindo, Dylan Bonsell, Raf Cab, and Anthony Lombardo all fighting for the second spot in the silver division, and they're all within, it looks like 19 points of each other, not even 20, so not even breaking the 20 mark. So this will be an interesting silver division race for these guys, but Steven Sarver has a pretty solid lead against those people. We'll move on.
And I just want to point out for Steven that he always preaches about, especially in the D4 chat, keeping his nose clean. Everyone just doing their own race, really putting a class act forward of just clean driving and taking your chances when they come. And I mean, a lot of the time, that's how you get stuff gets done in D4, right? So, props to him for being P13 in the championship right now. As we move on to the team standings, we see that we have the team of Steve Foster and Ottavio Libanori in P1. And I want to point out that Ottavio Libanori joined D4 after being in D6 for the first, I want to say, a few rounds. Maybe he just after the first round went to D4, but really strong showing from him thus far this season. I mean, that's why he's on my fantasy team, my GOAT. But we saw a lot of Porsches in the top 5 of the driver standings, but not so many in the team standings. We have Williams out Red Eye Racing, Hunter Gale and John Ansem P2, only 24 points behind the Ferrari team in P1. I mean, it's anyone's game here, right? You have one good race as a team, you're right back in the fight. And with the drop race, you just got to make sure that everyone's on their game, and especially in these races, in the races like this where it could be a race of attrition with the variable conditions, you just got to, take the chances when they come. So we'll see what happens today.
Oh yeah, talking about the team standings, we had Kevin Johnston's team at the top spot last week. We were talking about, or me and Donovan were talking about it, but even with his first place victory, he's fallen down to 4th. So Jacob Curtis not being in the last race really hurt his, the team standings overall. So we're going to see if he can, we're going to see if Jacob Curtis is able to race this week. We're going to see if Kevin Johnson can pull off another victory. It's going to be an interesting race for everyone, but let's take a quick word from our sponsors because they do help keep our servers running and they keep our races going as well. So just a quick word from them.
A huge thank you to our SRA sponsors and title sponsors for supporting us here at SRA, as well as support from Documise, a modern business solution for product management. Go to documise.com to learn more today. And support from Retro Saga, a North American-based gaming company that provides accessories for your favourite classic systems, including Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation, and much more. Enhance your retro gaming experience today at retrosaga.ca. And a big thank you to our affiliates, Track Racer. Experience redefined gaming with Track Racer's high-quality sim rigs and accessories. Use code SRATE at checkout to support us. Armamentario, a toolbox for ACC that will enhance your chance to win. Enjoy a fully customizable and enhanced HUD to change the way you experience ACC. AT3D Sim Shop. Upgrade your sim racing experience today with premium 3D printed accessories featuring precision crafted magnetic shifters, sleek cable management solutions, versatile stream deck mounts, and immersive dashboard displays. Their innovative designs enhance performance and style, elevate every lap with top-tier quality and craftsmanship at at3d.net. Go Setups, premium esports setups for everybody. Use our affiliate link on our Discord and take your drive to the next level. Castle and Cauldron, a home-based crafting business specialising in handmade Harry Potter, Fantastic Beasts and Fairy World collectibles. Magic wands, potions, mini dioramas, wall decor, costumery, cosplay, and much more. Castle and Cauldron is where crafting meets the magical. Visit facebook.com/Castle Cauldron. And from KP Concepts, your source for custom automotive renderings, graphic design, and printing. We spend countless hours making you look all good for the spectacle. Check out kpconcepts.com for more.
And we are back. As you see, the silver drivers are ready to push out onto the track for their quali session. And if you guys are new to SRA, the way the quali session works is we have our silver drivers go out for the first 10 minutes of quali, and then we have the gold drivers come right after. The silver drivers still can finish a lap if they are past the 10-minute mark, but they managed to start their lap before that. So we'll see how this turns out. And yeah.
I'm still noticing that we're all just waiting at the end of the pit lane.
Yeah, it's something they must.
I think it starts at 20:30. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think the difference that was made for this week. So we're usually starting with about 21 minutes of qualifying, so that the silver drivers can get their setups loaded in and they get out on track at 20:30. But we started at 22 minutes this time. So. And when we hit 21:30, I was a little bit confused why we weren't going out for qualifying, but as you guys can see, we do have a green track for qualifying, and it doesn't look like it's going to change that much. But right now, we're seeing all clouds for the entire qualifying session, but at least in D1, we had a very sneaky piece of rain appear a few minutes into the silver session, going into the gold session. So We'll definitely keep an eye on the weather app for their qualifying here, as we see Tamar Novak going out for his reconnaissance lap, and someone just RGD'd as car 906, but some really interesting stuff here. We'll see for those who got the dry running in the practice sessions if they can light those timing sheets up in this cold track conditions. Green track conditions are not fun, let me tell you. There's like absolutely no grip whatsoever, so it's going to be a little bit tricky. Gold drivers should have a better track condition because all these silver drivers are just rubbering the track in, but we will see. Everyone's queuing up. We see silver leader Steven Sarver readying for his quality lap nearing turn 10. And you got to get these tires in a very decent operating window, because with the cold track conditions, like I mentioned earlier, if your tire pressures are not, up to scale, or even your temps, then it's going to be just a struggle bus the entire time. Peachy Stearns, a new D5 promotion, starts his qualifying lap. The Lexus here is a little bit tricky in these downhill braking zones because of how it went around the 3-meter board. Goes a little bit wide, but keeps it tidy to shorten the line. On the power early. Let's see where that puts him. Peachy Stearns goes into P number 3. That is a 26.4. Sergio Lindo currently at P1 with a 25.3. Mike Heisner about half a second behind. But Steven Sarver, the silver leader, 1.2 seconds off of P1 right now. So he's really got to step his game up if he wants to retain his lead in the silver championship. We do have 2 more races to go after this, so 3 races is plenty of time, really. Peachy Stearns gets a little bit lopsided there. Mac Morgan, yellow flag at turn 11. Car number 423 you see on the mini-map, but you really want to get the quali laps done when you can, especially in these short sessions. You want to get the tires in a good window. A little bit of congestion in the corkscrew there. We see it. Car 643. We see Peachy Stearns approaching turn 6 again. A bit more aggressive this time. He's driving the car with a little bit more anger. The tires are in a better window this time around. This time a little bit better in the corkscrew. That was the car off. That would be Dario Ferrer, TC8 of the TC8 conglomerate. Lots of conglomerates here representing. We got I believe we have. I mean, we got TC8. Obviously, they've been a staple in SRA for quite a long time. Peachy Stearns again. Better braking this time. Hits the apex of T11. Let's see where this qualifying lap puts him. Sunsara Bruce to P2. Slight improvement. It was about a 410 improvement for Peachy Stearns. Sorry guys, we're having a little bit of issues right now, but
I'm working on it. I think we should be back though. It's completely back. It's man, Laguna Seca not having the greatest
goes wide
time.
again.
Look at that, Stearns going wide, yeah, onto the dirt. It affects his lap time there, but we'll talk about lap times here at Laguna. Sergio Lindo with the top time for the silver division. Steven Sarver following behind, the man in the lead of the division. He's not far behind, 3/10 gaps. Shane Lewis needs to find some time here. He's almost 7/10 behind. Heisner is 8/10 behind in 4th place though. So there's a lot of time to be had for these drivers. Shane Lewis finding so much time and he's about to cross the line. 8/10 found, and that's going to put him in pole position for the silver division. Can Sergio Lindo or Sarver respond? We have Sergio Lindo entering the final corner, and it's not going to be found time there, so the BMW is going to have to go again, find more time. And we're only 4 or 6 minutes into this quali session, and we have a lot of changes in this silver division.
yeah, you really got to pay attention to the parts where you're losing time. A lot of it could be in the traction zones, just the car being super slippery with the green track conditions, maybe the tires not being up to temperature. But honestly, if you're struggling with getting the tires in a good pressure window, what I would do is just go back to the garage, get overpressure the tires, maybe lower the brake ducts, get some temps in the tires. But Shane Lewis here really showing how to Laguna, right? Sergio Lindo currently about 2.5 tenths up on his time, which would actually propel him into pole position. But Shane Lewis is still improving. It's currently 4 tenths up as we're looking at the delta. It falls away a little bit, but Sergio Lindo going through the corkscrew, a lot of time can be gained here or lost. If you get the traction down on exit, it's pretty solid, and he does find some time. He's currently 4 tenths up. Loses a little bit on exit, going through turn 8 here. Does he have some good time? He does. He's about 6 tenths up, which would propel him. But Shane Lewis here improves yet again.
Oh, Sarver with the yellow flag. That's going to end his session, and that's... Or not his session, sorry, that's going to end that lap for him. But Sarver going off tracks in the corkscrew, so he's going to have to restart his lap there. Sergio Lindo, though, still trying to find time to beat Shane Lewis's 124.2, so that's going to be the time to beat for this silver division.
It looks like it. We're not seeing many improvement. We're seeing improvement from Peachy Stearns, actually. He's about 6 tenths up. He's about to finish his lap, and it does put him into P8, 1.2 seconds behind Shane Lewis. But Sergio Lindo, only 20 seconds into the lap, already improving by about 1.5 tenths. He was about 1/10 down on Shane Lewis in Sector 1, so if you can find that time where he was losing it to Shane, then, you could really challenge for a silver pole here, as we're As the clock is winding down, we see another yellow flag at turn 6. It's car 906 again, RTG. But Sergio Lindo getting close to Hunter Gill here in turn 6, and you gotta start thinking to yourself, man,
Oh, look
maybe I
at
should
that!
back up a
Eating the
little
sausage
bit.
curve
Oh,
is Lindo.
and there we go.
Off on the fast left-hander. I do have some good news for you, by the way. Leaving
Oh,
Norway,
yeah?
fastest time in the practice session. 123
That means nothing.
flat.
It means nothing. 23 flat is rapid, but that means nothing in these weeks where, you know, you just don't know what the weather is going to be. But Mac Morgan, actually P3 after a little bit of mishap in turn 11, is showing that the McLaren's got some pace here. Shane Lewis proving that. But Mac Morgan has found some time on the Delta, currently the fastest Sector 1 in D4.
Yeah, and
Of the
these
silver
drivers
drivers.
have a minute left to go. Let's see who can find time. Mac Morgan finding time. Lombardo as well, but he needs to find so much more if he wants a top spot. He needs to find at least 4 tenths here.
Mac Morgan improving very slightly. Ooh, big improvement there by about 10.5, but he does go
Oh, he
off
goes
track.
off track, so that's going to be the end of
That's
his
going to be
lap.
lap invalid. Yep. I mean, I think he does get around the track enough in time to set another time lap,
Yeah,
but
it's
if he
gonna
doesn't
be
have enough fuel.
Really close, though. Really, really close.
One
for
guy who
Morgan.
is improving is Sergio Lindo again, but all the time just drops away. Seems like he's losing time just out of exit of turn 4 there. So maybe just, one lap where it's really, really good, but yeah, he's losing a bit of time. But he gets the time on exit. Now he's about dead even on his Delta, so he's still got about 2.5 tenths to make up. We'll see how aggressive he is. He's very committed through turn 6. Gains a little bit of time up the hill.
He's
That's
gonna have
always
to find
good.
more
Approaching
time
the
than
corkscrew.
that. Yeah, this is gonna be.
Yep, let's see. He's gonna
He's
send
found
it.
so much time into the corkscrew. Oh, he's losing it though into the follow-up corner. Oh, who's that off the track? That's gonna be Novak, who we saw in the top 3 earlier, or at least on the track. So Novak's quali session's ending there, but all eyes are on Lindo. Let's see if he can find some time to beat Shane Lewis is here. This is gonna be the end for the silver drivers who have not passed the finish line before the 10-minute 30 mark. Oh my goodness, he's
gonna
found
do
the
it.
time. Can he cut pole position? 2 tenths found, and Sergio
He
Lindo
got
is
it.
on pole
Oh,
position.
what a clutch! What a clutch last corner for him. My goodness, he gained so much time there. That was amazing.
And Shane Lewis
Well done,
looking to
Sergio.
respond though. Shane Lewis still on the tracks. He's passed the line before before his quali session could end. Mac Morgan also finding time, so he's trying to improve. Sarver going off tracks. That's going to be the end of his quali session. That's the Lamborghini out. Shane Lewis off tracks. That's going to be the end of his quali session. Now it's up to Mac Morgan.
I think Shane realized that he crossed the line at 10:25, which is just past the silver time. So
Oh, look at Morgan finding time. Morgan trying to find a lot of time, and he's found so much
Bit
time in
wide.
the final corner, but he's gone wide. No, Morgan, no.
Still really good effort there from Mac Morgan. Very, very solid Sector 1, currently 22-0, which is the cream of the crop in D4 at the time being. But he lost a good amount of time in Sector 2 compared to Sergio Lindo. But now we got our gold drivers, Matt Madison here in the Tony the Tiger livery. Let's see what he can do today. Ferrari 296 probably a bit friendlier on the traction than the other cars, given how the TC actually works in that car. But yeah, I mean,
Ferrari.
oh yeah, we're gonna really have to pay attention to the 2 guys who are pretty quick this week, Ottavio Lobanori and Chris Sweeney. I want to give a shout out to, but
Sweeney in the Mustang, bringing the Mustang dominance back from last season. Maybe not as dominant this season, but let's see where Sweeney can land. We do have our top 2 division drivers, Kevin Johnston and John Ansom, who are looking to put up a good time here. But again, all eyes are on Libanore, who we saw had the fastest practice time. He's going to be on his first, or at least on his banker lap here. So we'll see where he ends up. And he is your fantasy pick, so I'm excited to see where he does end up.
I don't want you jinxing my guy over here,
I'm not
Marlon.
jinxing it.
So- No, you are. I know you are.
I didn't get paid
Marlon's
under the
got his
table.
big
to
red
jinx
button. Oh yeah.
I still need to
Kevin
make that
Johnston.
big red button.
Yeah, you got to make it for at least the last race this season. Kevin he's sending it through turn 6 already. He's got no worries about that corner. Let's see how he approaches the corkscrew. Pretty tame.
Car
I think
616 is going to be the first car through. Sorry about that, but Van Epps is
All
going
good,
to be
all
the
good.
first car through. We'll see the time that he puts up. Oh, it's not valid time.
It seemed to be invalid. Or, you know what? It might have been his outlap. It might have been his outlap.
Oh.
Ottavio Libinore crosses the line, I believe. Maybe it was
Yeah, he
also
crossed the
invalid.
line.
No, that was his outlap. I'm trolling. I'm sorry.
Wow. Oh, wait, no. This is their banker laps. Kevin Johnson already setting a time. That's P3 already. Mike Farrow has found P6 as well. So the top 10 already getting cut by the gold division drivers. Johnston, Farrow, and now Burns has found a time within the top 10. That's P7 for Burns. And that's pushed Bonzel out of the top 10. We'll see if any more of the gold division drivers can find a time within. Holmes finding a time. That's P6 for Holmes.
Yeah, and I mean, Kevin Johnson has been, I mean, he's been the, you know, the cream of the crop in a few of the previous D4 races. The talk of the town, cream of the crop. What are some other analogies, some words? I don't know.
Oh, look
English
at that.
is not my
Holmes
first
almost
language.
losing the car. And yeah, Cube is on track. So the person on the YouTube stream asking, he is on the track looking for a time there.
Good for him. Steve Foster, teammate of Ottavio Libinore, currently sitting in P1 for the team championship, but P4 on track, only 2.5 tenths behind Sergio Lindo. As we approach down to 6 minutes, Kevin Johnston appears to be slowing down to maybe just get a nice little gap going. Let's Mike Farrow go. Whoa, big slide there from Lexus. SSTC engaging like crazy there. Ottavio Libinore in P7 currently 6 tenths. He's going to really have to improve that time if he wants to get close to the front of the pack, as I do my best Will Buxton impression there. If you want to be P1, you got to be at the front of the field at the quality time. So
1:23 is the time we set in the practice session. That's going to be the practice session times. We do have full dries for this quali session, so it shouldn't be that. There might be colder tracks actually. Look at that track temperature, 18 degrees Celsius.
yeah, it's just not warming up. But Matt Mattisey propelling into P5 currently, 3 tenths, and then some change behind Sergio Lindo. But Sergio Lindo, he's in the garage, probably thinking to himself, "Man, I'm chilling right now. The gold drivers aren't. I mean, they're close, but they're not super close.
Yeah,
but
look at-
Kevin
yeah,
Johnston's
Lindo's-
not too far up on his time. I mean, it would probably be enough to put him in P1 right now. But you know, one driver that we see that is improving quite a bit is Christian Holmes, about 2 tenths on his lap right now. Going
He's
through
found
sector
some
2
more
now.
time. There we go. Don't
Yeah,
want to
for
curse
sure.
him
Oh.
though. It's kind of early to curse him.
Don't
Oh,
curse
Townsend
anybody.
going off. Townsend, that's Cube's teammate. Townsend is going off at the corkscrew, and that's going to be a return to pits for him. A little setup change is going to lower his fuel. Kevin Johnson has lost the time that he's found, so Lindo's time is still secure. But can he find 1/10 here? No. He's going to have to go again, see if he can find time. Shane Foster, though. Oh my goodness, that is
Steve!
commitment. Or Steve Foster,
Oh!
sorry, I'm so sorry. Steve Foster, that is so much commitment by him into the fast left-hander. Let's see where he ends up in the corkscrew here. The 296 putting in work, and he's lost so much time from that left-hander. Kevin Johnson looking at more time improvements. Christian Holmes looking to cross the line with 3/10. That's going to push him far up the order. Where is that going to land him in P4? And that's Richard Burns out of the top 4. Townsend, another yellow in the pit lane this time.
He's just getting out of the pit lane now.
Yeah, he's
Getting his
waiting
bearings,
for
letting the
everyone.
cars go. Yeah.
Being a safe driver, as the California police are brutal with their driving tickets.
Oh boy. Here we go. No, we're not trying to get political over here. Chris Sweeney up into P5, quote unquote, proving that Mustang dominance, as you were
Oh
saying.
my goodness!
Kevin Johnston.
Kevin Johnston going so wide into the corkscrew is going to be an invalid, so he's going to have to go around again. But as you were saying, Sweeney has found some time. Townsend going off tracks again,
Oh,
and
no.
Farrow as well. So that's 2 Porsches off tracks, and they have 3 minutes to find a lap here.
Is there some invisible rain on the track that we're not seeing, Marlon? Why are these guys going off so much? What's going on? Is there rain on the track?
Activated the invisible rain option.
Yeah, you turn on the
Townsend going
sprinklers.
still off the tracks. He's finding a way back onto it. He does have that front lip damage, but he's still going to continue on. Oh my goodness. Seeing those fast cars pass through. And the Mustang's not going to appreciate his rejoin there.
Oh no. Is that Sweeney?
That's going to be Sweeney, yeah. Sweeney's the only...
Yeah, Chris Sweeney was up 4/10, and then he lost 2/10 getting from that rejoin. He's not going to be happy with that at
Sweeney
all.
Still has so much time found. Kevin Johnson as well, but Sweeney's going to cross the line first here. 2/10 is going to push him into pole position. If he can hold on to this time, at least 2/10 is what he needs.
And it looks like he got it. Yeah, the Mustang's powering up to the line. Yeah, I mean, that shoots up into P1,
there we
24-1.
go. Sweeney
there you
taking
go. Sergio
pole
Lindo
position.
dethroned.
Yeah, Sergio Lindo's time gone to the hands.
Oh, but you know who is up? You know who is up? Look at Libanore, 7/10 up, which would also put him up until pole position. Kevin Johnson also improving by 5/10.
Oh no, but
these guys are
might
putting
be
the
getting
times
impeded
down.
here. Look at Libanore. No, he's taking the draft. He's taking the draft. Where is he going to end up? That's going to put him on pole position. Here we go. Libanore up to pole position. Now all eyes are on Kevin Johnson. Where is he going to end up? 3/10, 4/10 found. That's going to push Libanore off. And Kevin Johnson.
Oh, I don't know. Ooh. Oh, he gained the time on exit.
He's taking it. Kevin Johnson has found pole position here at Laguna Seca. Can anyone else respond? Foster, Steve Foster, looking to improve here. John Ansom as well looking to improve. Can any of the drivers? Steve Foster is off the tracks. The corkscrew has taken another victim.
Oh, Steve Foster. I mean, good for him that Libanore is in P2. I mean, these guys have been strong all season in terms of team driving, but you know, it's he's got the pace for sure.
Ansom,
but if he's got all this damage, then,
Ansom has found the time, but it's not enough to go P1. That is P3 though. That's pushing Sweeney out of the top 3. Sorry about that.
No, I mean, dude, this is entertaining. You know, as entertaining as it can get. This is fine margins here in D4. Chris Sweeney, after getting impeded a little bit, he's actually up 2/10 on his time. He's only in turn 2, so getting this time improvement is quite substantial. If he's a 10.5 up, he's got those tires in a very nice window. But Kevin Johnson, bit even on his time here, still very even on Delta, but if he's got a little bit of improvement through turn 10 here, he does a little bit. The Delta just falls away a little bit more, but I mean, he's not going to have time. Oh, he attacks that. He attacked that curve there very aggressively, but he's not going to have the time improvement here. As he does cross the line, he's not going to have time for another lap.
Kevin Johnson, he knows from last week that his quali time might not be as safe as he thought. Oh, Richard Burns going off the track.
Rowdy Burns.
Rowdy Burns. Okay. Steve Foster, Rowdy Burns. Anyways.
Yep. Chris Sweeney.
Eyes are on Sweeney.
He's up on his time.
Yeah, Chris Sweeney. All eyes are on Chris Sweeney. Looking to improve here. Can he take pole position away from Kevin Johnston, who's been our main pole sitter for the previous couple weeks? A lot of weeks, actually. Sorry about that. He has found the time. Can he push him off? He's found so much time into the final corner, and he's looking to take pole position. And that's going to be pole position for Chris Sweeney. There we go. Kevin Johnston is out of pole position. Steve Foster with a surprise finish, pushing Libanore out of the top 3.
I think he did that with the front damage that he got out of the corkscrew as well. So well done to Steve Foster. Scott Johnston crossing the line from P19, P20. Let's see if there's any improvement. He goes up into P18, so 2-spot improvement. Wow, what a quality session. Super tight margins from P1 to P3 is just a 10th. So Kevin Johnston dethroned this week by
this race for the D4 division. So
yeah, I mean, we don't know yet, right? We only see the first 30 minutes of the forecast. Maybe there's gonna be some rain towards the end, but I know I'm kind of pessimistic about this. I'm expecting this is going to be a full dry race, which, I mean, for those drivers who got all the wet weather running, they're probably just, you know, head in hands, probably just shaking their head. Man, why again? Why do I put myself through this pain just to drive on a dry track?
These drivers are really quick, so we're going to see how they fare out within the race time. We have an hour of racing here at beautiful sunny California. Well, not sunny right now. Look at the clouds.
Quite cloudy. Yeah, it looks like London.
Yeah, looks like we're back at Snetterton. So
P16 to P8, and I was holding the biggest train known to man. I was the train conductor that day, so it was quite fun. But you know, if we have those varying conditions, maybe, you know, I don't think an undercut's going to be quite a possibility here. If the track is going to be getting faster as the time goes on, then you kind of just want to get your tires in a decent window. I think, I mean, at least the track temperature is at 22 degrees Celsius, so it should help those cars that in the colder temps that are running the turbos. That actually, I think it's the other way around. The NA engines run a little bit better in the colder temps because they don't get as hot, but a little bit more power down the straight. So those are cars like the Lexus, the Mustang, unlike the Ferrari. So you got Ferrari in 3 and 4 with Steve Foster and Ottavio Libanore. They're gonna have to really try to get a good start here on these guys. Yeah, I mean, what are your predictions for this race, Marlon? What do you got?
I still have Kevin Johnson on my top spot. I mean, Kevin Johnson has shown time and time again that he's a quick driver. I'm getting a message from Jess, by the way. Deal with that.
Yeah, big shout out Jess, by the way. For those of you who don't know, Jess Osborne is our commentator honcho, I guess we could say. He really manages everything around here, so if we can give a quick round of applause or a quick snap of your fingers for Jess Osborne, the GOAT. Drivers are coming off the grid right now. See all these beautiful liveries we've seen all season long. We don't see Steven Sarver's livery today, but it is a yellow Bolt livery, if I recall correctly. I don't know why that is. I mean, I'm not an expert on why that doesn't show up, but Chris Sweeney, beautiful looking Mustang. I love this color combination. I mean, Mustang, I think, is just a beautiful looking car in ACC. It just looks mean, but also just it's like a controlled anger. Like if you got a Mustang behind you, it's just you're scared. You know what I mean? You're just terrified. Another car that looks terrifying is Kevin Johnson in P2. And I imagine Chris Sweeney, seeing Kevin Johnson as a previous race winner, two-time race winner actually, is probably just breathing down his nose. He's probably thinking, how hard do I want to defend this? Or maybe, I mean, Chris Sweeney did get pole position, so he's obviously got the one-lap pace, but can he do it over an entire race distance is the real question. Ottavio Libanore in, I think, was it P3 or P4? I don't remember exactly, but it looks like on the relative is P3. Where is Steve Foster? Steve Foster is in the pits. What?
That is interesting.
That sucks. Why is he in the pits?
What else?
Oh boy.
What else are we missing? Sloppy Ooh is gone.
No, the sloppy Ooh, no. Oh no. Oh my god.
I'm sure he'll be back next week, but sloppy Ooh.
So I'm confused. Does Steve Foster have a pit lane start? He just decided to qualify and he forgot. I don't know. I mean, man, I mean, he was quick. He was quick. But that does promote. Yeah, he does promote Ottavio Libanore to P3, so he's right behind Kevin Johnston. But we are missing a car in the bottom. But here we are, cars lining up in not so sunny Laguna Seca in California, Monterey, California. Chris Sweeney on pole position for, I believe, the first time this season, ahead of Kevin Johnston. As the cars approach turn 1 here, let's see how they all navigate across turn 1, which is a very slight bend in the road. And we are green in Laguna Seca, and Kevin Johnston gets a monster start against Chris Sweeney. Is able to get a whole car length ahead of him. Let's see if Chris Sweeney is able to challenge him into the braking zone. Ottavio Libanore almost side by side with Chris Sweeney. He does lose out, and Ottavio Libanore gets pit maneuvered by John Ansem, and John Ansem.
Oh my goodness!
No!
There's so much contact.
It causes a huge incident. Oh no! Oh, and chaos ensues. It's not even raining in D4 at Laguna Seca, and there's still incidents. Oh my goodness! Everyone is dying. Yellow flags everywhere. It's Paul Ricard times 45. Yellow flags here, there, everywhere. Ottavio Libanore's race ended in a flash of a blink of light. But one who did get away, two who got away, was Kevin Johnson and Chris Sweeney, all in a class ahead on their own. But I'm gutted for Ottavio. I'm just really gutted. He put in a lot of time this week, and just to see it.
Oh my goodness, Kevin Johnson's
like
gone
that.
ahead.
Yeah, Kevin was ahead. Yeah. He got the lead before turn 1. Chris Sweeney.
If you haven't checked, Anton, can you check the channel just real quick?
You got it. Chris Sweeney and Kevin Johnston completing their first lap, and Chris Sweeney, I mean, you know, does lose out P1, but I think it was to be expected with Kevin. Just, you know, he's been quick all season long, and I mean, P2 is still great. He's keeping up with them actually. If his tires are better, then in the long run, maybe if he can run a better strategy, it's just going to be much better. But let's see what happens. I mean, there's a huge train from P3 back. So John Anson, Matt Mattisey, Sergio Lindo currently are leading silver driver. Not Steven Sarver. Steven Sarver's in P9, which is still very good points, all things considered. But, you know, Sergio Lindo can really claw back some serious points into the silver championship. Ottavio Libinori in the pits right now, seemingly either changing tires and repairing damage. But I really hope that doesn't mean race over for him, because he still does have the pace, and really anything can happen at this point in time. So just got to, you know, keep an eye on him, make sure that something is, you know, all is not lost, right? But Steve Foster also, in pretty much effectively P last, apart from his teammate Ottavio Libinori. But man, not only am I gutted for him, but I imagine he's super turn 10. That's car 616. That's Ryan Van Epps trying to sort out some stream issues. We apologize for the interruptions, but yeah, I mean, it's all kicked off in D4 with 56 minutes to go. Laguna Seca. I mean, it was to be expected that something like this was going to happen, but for turn 4, it's car 966. Oh man, D4. look at the fuel spread already. Man, this is insane. Ottavio Libinori is back out of the pits. Everyone. Oh, Steven Sarver. There's a yellow flag in the course, but that's for Steven Sarver, car number 41. He does lose out. Oh no, he loses a lot of position. That's 7 spots for Steven Sarver from P9 to P16. Oh, and does he come to get back Morgan there? Scary rejoin. He immediately has to take avoiding action. Oh my god.
He got hit. That was so quick. That was a quick rotation. Not a natural rotation.
Oh,
unless
man.
his wheel spins, but that was...
Unless he's just the goat on the sticks. You know what I mean? Oh, Shane Lewis in P7. I mean, it's really close here, guys. I want to say, obviously, not between P3 and the upper guys, but Matt Matthew actually made a move into P3. John Anson drops a couple spots that promotes Sergio Lindo into P4 at the moment. But yeah, I mean, Kevin Johnston, Chris Sweeney. I don't mean to keep talking about them, but they're just, you know, showing that they got pace. And I mean, at the moment on the weather app, there's nothing, you know, to really pay attention to apart from, you know, that it's just going to be dry the whole time. So as the track gets rubbered in, maybe the condition goes into optimum, but right now it's still on fast. We're going side by side. Steve Foster and car 122 are side by side into turn 5. I'm seeing on the map, and I think Steve Foster gets the better of it. Shane Lewis, after a pretty strong qualifying performance, still P2 in the silver standings. These silver drivers have, you know, a monumental fight ahead of them in the last couple of races, but really got to pay attention to how these strategies develop throughout the race. We see yellow flag in turn 6 for, I don't even know what car that was. A few drivers I know visibly. It's Christian Holmes. We see Mike Farrow as well.
Word on the street, his dad might be taking over.
Oh, for the stream? Hey, you gotta tell me what's going on, Marlon, because I'm only seeing the live race.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It's just
It's
not going well right now. It's going really badly right now.
But one talking point is Kevin Johnston did make a gap, and Steve Foster going off a little bit of turn 6, so it's not the race for him or his teammates. Steve Foster and Ottavio Libinori, I mean, I'll probably race to forget, especially kind of in line with me yesterday. I did not enjoy Laguna Seca as much. Ryan Epps off again at turn 10. Man, I mean, the Laguna Seca is just going to be rough. Ryan Epps off again at turn 10. Still yellow flagged. But yeah, the talking point here is Kevin Johnson has built a slight gap to P2 here, about 2 seconds to Chris Sweeney. But Matt Mattisey about 5 seconds back, but Sergio Lindo is keeping the cars behind honest. Rather, the cars behind are keeping Sergio Lindo honest. That would be John Ansem, a car who was tangled up with Ottavio Libanori at turn 2 on lap 1. So him being in a title fight is probably not going to do him very well with the upcoming penalty he's got for causing that entire kerfuffle, as Sergio Lindo still keeping John Ensign behind.
See the voice chat right now? There is some conspirating right now. This could be the one to save the stream. There's Shane Lewis and Lombardo, or not Lombardo, Rowdy Burns going off the tracks, and that's going to be major contact between these two. Holy cow, ready. We'll see the contact here. It's an unsafe rejoin by Rowdy Burns, and Rowdy Burns hits. Oh, I just lost it. I just lost it. Oh boy.
Oh my god, I just saw it on stream. Jesus.
Yeah.
Hold your brakes! Oh, Chris Sweeney is actually a lot closer this lap to Kevin Johnston than a few laps ago. He's closed a bit of a gap, so he's keeping him honest. He's not running away with it. Ryan Epps again, another yellow flag at turn 11, and he just RGGs. He's done.
Oh, Heisner, yellow flag for the orange Porsche here. And I wonder if there was contact there between the driver and him. But he's going to go off track, so he's going to lose 2 positions there. Heisner, we're going to look at the replay, see what happens. Oh, he just lost it. He lost it into the corner after the corkscrew. It's not big damage, but it's going to be a position change for Heisner here.
Guys, this race is tough. I don't know what to do or what to say right now.
It's the stream, the race. The race start was.
I just feel really bad for a little bit.
Hunter Gale's going off tracks as well. He's going to lose a couple positions there. Oh, Steve Foster going from a bad start to a worse start, and he's trying to spin back onto the tracks, but Steve is just doing Beyblade maneuvers, unable to get back onto the track safely. And Steve gets back onto the track, but that might be another change another driver change there. Man.
Yeah, Ottavio repasses his teammate, yeah.
Steve Foster he had such a good quali session. We saw him start in the pits, so we might have had a penalty, but he was still quick. Still unable to capitalize on his quick times. And that 296 is just struggling right now in Laguna Seca. Stearns position change with Moreno. Moreno getting the jump on Stearns, and that's going to be a Ferrari passing the Lexus. Thompson and Lindo having a position change. So the Bentley of Thompson passing Lindo in that BMW. Another change. Stearns gets that position back from Moreno. Moreno really trying to eat up as much as the corkscrew as he can, but Stearns is going to regain his spot, and that yellow Lexus leading in front of this train here of Moreno, Stearns, Burns, and Music. Oh, and yellow for Novak in the corkscrew, and the corkscrew's taking another driver.
In the arms of the angels. That's the corkscrew today. Oh, and apparently your ISP, man. Oh my god, what's going on?
I know, it is.
It's crazy.
Spectrum is going a bit nuts right now.
Dare I say Spectrum is all over the spectrum right here, from up and down to side, rather like a roller coaster.
Well, I mean, it looks like
Crazy.
the Discord stream did not help as much as I thought, so we're gonna go back to try and share. Hopefully we get a little save.
Yeah, I can see the stream again.
Yeah, Anton back
Or
on the
whatever's left of
commentary
it.
deck.
Let's go. We're watching Tamar Novak
Oh,
here.
Rowdy
after his
Burns
little
going off
mishap.
the tracks again.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
Shane Lewis going off as well. And there's
No. It seems that Spectrum has not only taken over the minds of the SRA stream, but also the drivers. They're going up here. They're everywhere. This is ridiculous. Shane Lewis struggling to find a spot to get back on track because he doesn't want to rejoin safely, but he's getting back on track at a very inopportune time for, I believe that is
such
Rowdy
a
Burns.
Crazy race. Shane Lewis trying
Oh
to find
my
the inside
goodness.
line. Oh my goodness, look at them. They might make
Oh, no.
contact. Oh my goodness, that was almost a disaster from Shane Lewis. And
Oh my goodness. What are you laughing about, huh? What are you laughing about?
I don't know. This race has everything, man.
A Libanori yellow flag in the course. I just got it for. I'm so.
Oh, Ansem and Thompson going side by side into the fast left-hander, but Thompson's gonna get ahead just by a hair, and Ansem is gonna back out, knows better than to go side by side in a quick corner, but now he's looking at a move further up into the track, maybe into the final corner, turn 11. Lombardo getting passed by Mac Morgan. Mac Morgan having a great race this week. So he's going from not a great race last week to a really good race in the top 10 this week. Lombardo trying to look for that position change back, but it looks like Mac Morgan has held on to that position, and it looks like we have Dan Cran in the booth now. We're going to be handing
Our
it
savior.
over to him. Thank you very much.
Well, Dan, welcome.
And then do I need to share my screen for you guys? OBS or the race? Oh, I might not. I don't think I've set up your mics yet. That might be the next thing I have to do. They can't hear you right now, so you're fine. Sorry, Richard.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
Okay.
And we're back. We
We're
are
here.
back. All the
Crikey.
hosts are back. Thank you, Jess, for helping us. Thank you, Dan Cran, for helping our stream out.
No
Oh,
problem.
man.
We're there. I'll let you guys take the main pilot.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
we've
man.
got 43 minutes of hopefully some uncut.
43 minutes
racing.
of action. Oh, yeah,
Oh,
no
close
cuts.
there.
Oh my goodness, side by side
Oh.
into the the corkscrew, and that's going to be. Oh my goodness, I need to full screen this. Mac Morgan losing position there to Lombardo. So Lombardo and Mac Morgan still in that battle, and Lombardo's found that position back, but Morgan still trying to find his way back into that spot. Oh my goodness, they're going side by side into the final corner, and now they're into the main straight here, trying to fight for this P7 position. Lindo is looking behind them, thanking them for the battle so that he can get ahead. But Mark Morgan is trying to get ahead into the inside corner, but Lombardo breaks late. Who's going to make it out first? Mac Morgan is looking onto the inside, now the outside, and Lombardo still looking for a move here, and they're going to make contact. Mac Morgan, though, sticks it out. Lombardo as well. They're still fighting.
Oh my goodness, through the entirety of Sector 1, Mac Morgan loses it a little bit out of Turn 4, and Lombardo gets past. I mean, super close. I kind of wish that's what the lap 1 looked like side by side through Turn 2, but I mean, you can't get, you get what you get and you don't get upset, right? But some very excellent racing there from Mac and Anthony, really showing D4 how it's done through Sector 1. But, you know, rubbing his racing, I suppose maybe a bit of a controversial very, very close on the inside there, but Mac Morgan barely overshoots the course through there. And that track has gone off to him, so we're not seeing any rain on the radar for the next 30 minutes. So I presume that the track is just going to be optimal for the entire race. Mac Morgan now has to worry about Raf Cab behind in P9, but I want to point out that Mac has he made it a point that his only good results, or quote unquote good results, where he's not either DNFing or crashing, are P1. So I assume that he's going to be happy with having a good result that's, you know, just in general. I mean, it's always nice to be top 10. But we see there's a huge field spread. Gabriel Allard goes a little bit off track there in turn 10. Super tricky. The grip is starting to come a little bit as the track is optimum, but the tires may not be exactly up to pressure. I mean, you could probably see it sometimes on exit with these cars as they're sliding, but Laguna generally is a pretty slidey track. There's yellow flag there for Steven Sarver going off of turn 2. It's not what you want for your silver championship hopes, and he's got to pirouette his way around back onto the track on the racing service as Austin Townsend gets past him. Also, it's going to be P19 to Shane Lewis. Let's see what happened here to Steven Sarver into the braking zone of turn 2. He just spun it on exit. Yeah, low traction there, and it just collides into the wall. Yeah, face first, not ideal. Raf Cab off on turn 6. Oh, those tires are not going to be nice. There's another car, also car 273, Rodrigo Moreno. Another one just flies in it after. It's Cube Master. And Rodrigo Moreno is very close to the racing line. Let's hope there's no more cars passing through. It's going to be very close. Oh, very close as we cut the replay. Let's see what happens here with Rodrigo Moreno. Yeah, of course, yeah. I imagine it's just going to be... he's already drifting. He just hits the... He goes flying a little bit there.
Raf Cab was probably...
Crikey. Oh, yeah. Whatever you can do, I can do better. As we're about to see Austin Townsend just flying in. Cuts the replay a little bit short, but that was quite funny to see live. But this would be side by side through here. Turn 9 between Raf Cab and Cube Master. Two victims at the turn 6 corner.
I think Cube is a blue flag actually, because I don't.
Nah, this is for position.
Is this for position?
Oh, bumping!
Oh,
there's a car off this Yaro
Koval.
What is going on here?
And Raf Cab gets ahead of the pack. And yeah, what
is going on? I can't even keep up with what's happening in D4. I don't know where anyone is.
I don't know. We thought Snetterton and the Nürburgring were bad. This has come full circle, and Laguna Seca showing why it's not as boring as Anton thinks.
I don't think it's boring. I just don't like driving it.
Do we need to do a run through of where we're at with all the pauses?
Yeah, I mean, why not? Let's go through the order. We haven't seen the leaders in a little bit. Yeah, we do. Rowdy Burns into the pits. Kevin Johnston and Chris Sweeney still very close together. Matt Madison.
Oh, Bonzel with a yellow flag. Bonzel with a yellow flag. Sorry about that, but there's been a position change, and the other Johnston is getting ahead of Bonzel. So Bonzel going off onto the final corner.
Let's see what happened here to Dylan Bonzel. I assume it's just a loss of traction. That's been quite a similar story for a lot of the drivers here.
Yeah, that's
just given
10.
how
That's one of the top 10. And he goes off
Oh,
track.
wait.
That's an
very
ambitious
dive.
move.
My goodness, that was close.
So So he did go off tracks, but not for the reason we thought.
Honestly, well done by Scott Johnson for getting out of the way
Oh,
there.
look at that avoiding action. Like, oh my goodness.
Man, oh man. Steven Sarver flashing his lights at Gabriel Allard. He's not happy with what just happened.
Never change, Default. Never change.
Well, I mean, that's what you think, but all these incidents, I'm not looking forward to starting this week. Oh, a little bit of a push to pass.
Oh
and he-
no, there's contact now. Side by
Oh.
side. Oh,
Oh!
that is the
my
replay.
goodness.
There was.
I can see why Steven's unhappy with that.
Yeah,
He's
that
already
was
got a
not
flappy
great
hood,
showing.
too.
Creates for more lift in the corkscrew as the air's going to be pulling up the hood.
Yeah,
The hood's
he's
going to fly up at some
cooling his
point.
engine more. He's cooling his engine more. All right.
For sure, yeah. Steven Sarver, though, he was in a very good position at the start of the race, but as a lot of other drivers have experienced this race at Laguna Seca, we're only 25 minutes into the race. Steven Sarver dives into the pit lane, I assume for some very obvious repairs to his car, because that car is probably very miserable to drive.
Almost got 0
Oh, very close. Yeah, that was
50
very
kPa.
scary there. My goodness.
Purposely blocking Gale's pit lane. Just like
Oh yeah,
lines.
yeah. We were talking about how that pit lane's very, very tough to get right.
So can I get
Very
an
fair.
explanation what happened to Steve Foster? That's what
Yeah, I
Steve
mean,
Foster
so
started in the pits, and we don't know why. We thought he had a penalty, right?
so Steve Foster qualified
Qualified
P3,
third.
very good lap. Yeah, and I assume he just, he did a oopsie daisy and just maybe didn't click drive. That's my best educated guess, but
Yeah, that would
mean,
seem more
gutting.
likely, right? Than a.
blame Marlon's internet.
yeah, you know what?
Steve's
It's
Look,
probably-
man, I
it's probably
can't,
the
I
story.
can't control Spectrum.
Oh my God! What happened there?
Oh my
Is that Mac
goodness.
Morgan?
No, wait,
What?
is
This was
that's
Trey Morgan.
yeah, that is my for Trey Morgan.
Trey Morgan, Mac Morgan,
He had a yellow
all the
flag
same
up
to
earlier.
me.
Yeah, Morgan's a Morgan, all right.
Trey, actually, I think Trey did have a pit start because I didn't see him qualify. So him being in P14 at the end of, I mean, obviously a lot of cars have pit. We see this is the car of, I believe that's Hunter Gale exiting the pit lane, car 643. Yep, Rowdy Burns goes right past. But Rowdy Burns at the moment leading the cars that have pit. Steve Foster in P21. Chris Sweeney still holding Kevin Johnson. Very honest this race. 25 minutes in. Let's see who blinks first. I wonder if an undercut here for Chris Sweeney is on the cards. We'll see. Maybe he boxes soon, but both of them are keeping their tires in a pretty good window. Yep, then you got to get into zero.
Really
Fantasy
close.
driver.
Start the Eminem.
Coach him.
Watch him crack.
Yeah, he's going to hear the Discord DM pop up. He's like, oh, the turns left into the wall.
Oh my goodness! Wait, talking about fantasy drivers, do you believe Nora is in last place?
Yeah, he.
I mean,
he
he's
had a lot of
he's
close
pitted,
repair.
right? But oh my goodness, that is. Well, we'll see
Yeah, I
where
mean,
he ends.
stuff
He's a quick
happens, right?
driver. He's a quick driver, so he'll find
Anything
his
can
way
happen.
through.
Maybe everyone else in front crashes somehow.
Yeah,
know?
Kevin Johnson starts a massive pile up. Don't want to curse anything.
Oh,
That was
it's not
not
gonna
brothers?
happen.
Can they come out side by side here?
Maybe, but
Oh,
at this point, Trey Morgan would be a blue flag, no?
Yeah, Trey Morgan would be a blue flag. Mac Morgan is doing all right, within the top 10. But
Chris Sweeney,
brother-
oh, Kevin Johnson, a little bit wide there in the corkscrew, so starting to feel the tires deteriorate a little bit. This track is known for, keeping a lot of load on the tires, especially in the fast corners.
Got it.
Chris,
Oh,
Dan is,
Chris Sweeney's trying to make that move first. I think that's what he's going for at least.
I think you got to get off these tires because he sees Kevin Johnson struggling. He knows that he's got the pace on him. Just got to get a nice tire delta, maybe 1 lap or 2 lap offset in the pits. I think that would give Chris Sweeney the edge on a short track like this. Absolutely, I think it would. But these guys are fighting tooth and nail. Maybe not so much side by side, but Chris Sweeney is still as close to Kevin Johnson as they were in qualifying. Margins are super tight. One mistake from Kevin can cost him the lead As we almost saw in the corkscrew, Chris Sweeney got very close to Kevin.
Yeah, but that was off a mistake. I think what Chris Sweeney's doing is he's playing safe. He's trying to get as much time as he can on Johnston and seeing if he makes a mistake, as we were talking about. Yeah, we saw Kevin Johnston making that mistake in the corkscrew, and he's entering the corkscrew again. And there's blue flags ahead, so Chris Sweeney and Kevin Johnson
You
have
gotta
reached.
pit this lap, especially with the blue
I
flags.
feel like they both pit here.
They have to. If one of them doesn't pit, then it's going to be their race, kind of their race lost, in my opinion. Kevin Johnston already having to slow up, but Yaro Koval blocking the pit
opting to
entrance,
stay
so
out.
a little bit of a interesting situation there where the blue flag is blocking the pit entrance. Obviously, it's the right thing to do to let the leaders pass, but it's very awkward, especially given how there's going to be blue flags going by. John Anson trying to hunt down Tyler Thompson for B4
Raf
here.
Cab and Mike Farrow are going side by side, and Raf Cab is going to make that move stick, but Mike Farrow is still looking for a move there, and we see Steve Foster, who had a pretty good quali session. God, that's what we were wondering about Steve Foster. I mean, like, we were talking about it earlier. We see Steve Foster here. He's made up some positions. Oh my goodness,
What?
Mike Farrow!
What is happening to Mike Farrow? Oh my God, he blocks
Oh
Steve
my
Foster. Steve Foster's is forced to avoid, goes onto the gray grass. Or the grass, what? The gravel.
Townsend is getting a yellow, but it's a Paul Ricard yellow. He's exiting the pit lane. So,
Oh my God,
don't
here's
worry
another
about
blue
it.
flag. Kevin Johnston is probably
same
wondering,
one.
oh my God, get these cars out of the way.
Kevin Johnston.
Sweeney's
I mean,
very
we see
close.
Sweeney, yeah, Sweeney is right on the tail of Kevin Johnston. He
Oh,
might
you
make
gotta
a move.
pit. You gotta pit.
They're leaning towards the pits here.
There he
Oh,
goes.
there we go. Sweeney opting
And
to
it-
pit, and Johnson's opting
Oh.
to stay out.
Looks like does make way.
So Kevin's got to put in a very, very good in-lap here. If he chooses also to cover off the undercut, he does lose a little bit of time on exit to the blue flag, especially because, you know, it's gonna your line is compromised into the corner. You're forced to maybe get on throttle, maybe a tad bit later. But Chris Sweeney, in my eyes, making the right call there, going for the undercut on Kevin Johnston. He got really close there, heading into the last few corners of the last sector in this lap, and we're about dead even in the middle of this race. So these tires are going to be as good as they were at the start of the race, but obviously with less fuel, so you're going to be able to push a lot more.
Look at that train on the main straight. Absolutely terrifying. That's Mac Morgan and
Mac
Lombardo.
Morgan and Austin Townsend here.
Oh my goodness, they might be going side by side into corner two. No, no,
very
oh my
close.
goodness, almost making contact. Oh, there is side to side action, and Mac Morgan might lose a position here. He is going to lose that position. Mac Morgan having a great race so far,
this
falling
was
just
Trey.
behind.
Max up
Oh,
to
that was Trey.
P5.
Never mind. Yeah, Mac Morgan is ahead. So that was Trey. So no position lost there.
No, this was,
So Lombardo-
This was for position. Oh, this whole train is. We're not quite everybody here. It's close. I think this McLaren. There's a couple blue flags for sure.
And
Yeah,
Kevin
I-
Johnston is into the pits,
Oh,
But
boys and girls.
what's happened? Whoa, wait a second. That's going to be a
That
fight,
is-
though. That is actually Max Morgan. There we go. Lombardo and Mac
Wow.
Morgan going side by side into the fast left-hander. And now,
Oh.
look at
So these cars are on the lead lap,
Wait,
fighting for
they
their own
haven't
position,
pit.
and the cars
that.
behind
Wait, this
are
is
the
two different,
they've
yeah, this is
already
two
pit.
different fights, yeah.
Wow, this is interesting. So these cars are
Aye.
on the lead lap and fighting for position. Mac Morgan did get back ahead of Lombardo. Kevin Johnson in the pits, so is Rodrigo Moreno. We got to keep an eye on Chris Sweeney here. Where he's going to end up? He doesn't have many blue flag cars in front of him, so he does have, you know, some clear air to really push their new tires. But
Kevin Johnson.
we got to
is
keep
in
an eye
the
on
pits.
Kevin Johnson's pit exit here. Mac
My
Morgan
head just
pits
went
this
for a
lap.
spin with that. Oh my goodness.
I'm watching Kevin and Chris. Where these guys going to come out? Oh, side by side. Look at that. That's medicine. Where's Chris Sweeney? On the main straight.
There we
is
go,
about to go
Kevin
past.
Johnson.
There he is.
He does go past on track,
It's gonna be
but these
Oh,
cars
there we
may
go.
appear
It's
side by
gonna
side.
be tight.
Oh my goodness. I think Chris might just have the edge over Kevin. He does go
Yeah, there we
a
go.
bit into the
Kevin
gravel, and he does
Johnson.
get the position. That is
Kevin Johnson
effectively
losing that
P1.
pole. And Yeah, Chris Sweeney is moving up ahead, but question is, can he hold on to it? We've seen Kevin Johnson drive like an animal, so it's a matter of time to see whether or not this or the Chris Sweeney's lead can be held up. He has 27 minutes
Oh, big
remaining.
dive by Rowdy Burns. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
What just happened? What?
He's going straight into the barrier.
Oh my God.
And Rowdy Burns, an ambitious move.
that wasn't even a move. I don't think he meant to do that.
I don't think that was a move. Just straight into the tire barrier for Rowdy
Oh my
Burns.
goodness. Mac Morgan's life flashed before his eyes as he saw the red and white Porsche. Rowdy Burns is absolutely
Red and white
flying
homing
to the victory.
missile.
Oh my
Look at that!
God.
Oh my goodness!
No
I
good.
think he kept it out of the wall. But
Yeah, he did.
Big time loss for Rowdy Burns.
That he did.
A lot of ambition
Man,
happening
oh,
in
man.
D4. A lot of ambition.
I don't know if it's ambition as much as I think it's optimism. You know what I mean? Like,
We gotta give them the benefit of the doubt, okay?
I don't
Ambition
know.
sounds good. Look at
That
these
looks
two
like
side
ambi-
by
Oh my-
side. That is ambition
Oh,
there.
there's
That's
a
the
car.
There's a car
No
facing
way,
the wrong way. That's Cube. That's gonna be Cube facing the wrong way. Cube.
Oh no.
Wow, that got real hairy. That was
was
Holmes
very
with
close.
a massive send that barely got it stopped. And meanwhile, we had Cube backwards in
Jesus.
the middle of turn one.
Crikey. Let's watch that again. Cube Master. Oh, Kevin Johnson hits him. Oh man, so Kevin Johnson sustains a little bit of damage by the spinning cube at turn 2. And I mean,
Not
it's not what he
enough,
wants.
yeah. But yeah, it's definitely time lost there.
Kevin Johnson has to go through a gaggle of cars in Sector 3. I mean, Laguna is
Oh no!
wide enough. Oh, Raf
Is that
Cab.
Raf Cab there? Yeah, that is
Yeah,
Raf Cab.
got caught up.
Corkscrew has taken
Corkscrew
another
flipper.
victim. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
How many incidents
Rowdy
are we
Burns
counting
taking
on
the
the
purple
Corkscrew,
lap.
by the way? I think we're at like 10 incidents at the Corkscrew.
I think we just need a proprietary incident counter, like the bottom left for D4. You know what I mean?
That would be...
He turns
I don't
right,
think that
the
would look
car
that-
went left.
I don't...
Not very Doc Hudson of him, is it? Oh boys, back to watching Chris Sweeney. He's just managing his pace at the moment.
but
He's
isn't
got
it
some blue flags to go
interesting?
through.
Chasing the other
car
Johnston
ahead is
here.
not blue flagged here.
Yeah, it's the
Interesting. They
non-pitted
haven't hit
flag
yet.
there.
This
This is the other
does bring an
Johnston
interesting
too. So
situation.
they're going
It is
side by
very
side
good.
into the fast left-hander. Let's see
Oh.
how this goes.
Oh, he thinks better of
Backs
it.
out. Yeah.
Sweeney is playing ultra protected there.
He knows he has a chance of winning this race. He just needs that clean air, but the other Johnston is holding on for dear life here. He might pit now, actually.
I don't think. But Kevin Johnson's got the same issue. He's got Bonzel right in front of him who also hasn't pit yet. So he's not blue
Oh, boy.
flagged, but some awkward situations here.
This is gonna create some controversy for sure.
Johnson's still
But
not
rules are
pitting.
rules. These
Bonzel
cars
also not
are
pitting.
racing. Yeah.
Kevin Johnston might get ahead here. There we go. Kevin Johnston.
Yeah, he should just power on the inside. So does Chris Sweeney side
that's
by
all-
side
yeah,
with
the Sting.
Scott Johnson. This is for P1 now because the other car of Sergio Lindo is into the pits and Chris Sweeney does get through for P1. So we are back to effectively leading the race for Chris Sweeney. Kevin Johnson effectively in P2. Does get past Dylan Bonzel, sorry. Teammates, of course. Austin Townsend here fighting Trey Morgan. Got it right this time. Turn 6. Hopefully no more victims, I'm hoping.
I think I was talking about it. We should like name them Morgan 1 and Morgan 2.
I mean, they do have their own names. I don't think we need to name them Morgan 1 and 2, right? So, you know, they have...
I was like, we should name them Morgan 1 or Morgan 2 based on who's in front.
Oh, yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah. So, Superior Morgan in P10
Oh, look at
10
this.
is Mac Morgan.
Oh boy, here we
Morgan
go, side by
won.
side for Steve Foster and Rodrigo Moreno. Steve Foster does have the inside of the corkscrew. Rodrigo Moreno does try to go for the over and under, but doesn't really work in a slow corner like this, and Steve Foster is able to hold the position. Meanwhile, there's a little bit of a fight here between Christian Holmes and Mike Farrow. Very close gaggle of cars here. 4 spots from P20 to looks like P23, but oh, big dive there from Mike Farrow, and he does have the inside.
Holmes did get by
Christian
Farrow
Holmes
going
does
up
give
to
the space.
So these are going back and forth now.
Wow, the side by side heading into turn 1. Slight bend in the road heading into turn 2 as well. Oh my god, big dive into turn 1. Oh, they're side by side in turn 2.
An actual big dive into turn 2 on the outside.
And he does get
Holmes
the move
not
done,
making
it
the move
seems.
stick.
Oh,
Oh, but he's
bit
looking
of
at
a
another
poor
move
exit.
into turn 3.
Oh, still side by side, just like that Lombardo and Morgan 1 fight we had earlier. Christian Holmes does have the inside, but the outside is just as good as you are able to get on throttle earlier. But Christian Holmes does get past for the time being of Mike Farrow. And Peachy Stearns does get into the fray here. Alexis licking his lips as he's seeing the Porsche and the Aston fighting through the entirety of Sector 1. They lose so much time to the car behind. Let's see if they can follow suit into Sector 2, up the hill through turn 6, into the corkscrew. Is Peachy looking for a move here? Does have a good exit.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that's side
Side
by
by
side
side
into the corkscrew.
corkscrew.
Who's gonna break first? And it's gonna be
Does
the
think better of it,
Porsche. The Lexus.
I would have gone for that. I don't know about you, but I would have sent that. I would have sent it to the moon, probably.
Don't you have a penalty already?
I don't know. I don't know. Not the corkscrew, that's for sure. I didn't do anything there.
It was after the corkscrew though.
Hey, man. All good, all
Okay,
good.
Kevin Johnston taking the fastest lap of the race, a 1:22.9. Chris Sweeney still holding off as best as he can, but Kevin Johnston is looking to fight back. 4/10 is the difference between their best times, and 2/10 separates these two drivers from a race win. Will Chris Sweeney take it, or Johnston taking another victory for this season?
Yeah,
They
when
do
I
have a little bit of clear
last
air.
looked at that time delta, it was close to 3.5, and Kevin Johnson has dropped it to 2.5 seconds just in this last
He's pushing
lap
it.
or so. So Sweeney's gonna have to find his groove here, try to find that pace that he had in the first stint, and keep it rolling.
Another thing that Chris Sweeney might be hoping for is the cars ahead now completely blue flagged, as there's no stragglers that haven't pit for new tires yet and completed the pit timer. He's going to be hoping that they're cooperative and they let him by in a good manner. But you know, for the other hand, he's hoping that.
Oh, Steve
yellow
Foster is
flag.
going off the tracks.
Is that Steve Foster? I think it was Tamar
That is
Novak.
Steve Foster.
Oh, Steve Foster over here in the corkscrew. Oh my God, big
Oh,
bouncer.
Steve Foster.
Holy Toledo.
Losing a handful of places. Steve Foster, his day going from bad to worse.
Well, I can already see what's gonna happen. Yep.
Drifting, more drifting, and
What did we say our count was? 10? I think we're at 11 now.
I don't think we need an account anymore. We don't have enough phalanges for that. So
Could be 100 at this point. Oh my goodness. Right behind him is Cube Master trying to find that position on Steve Foster. We're going back to Townsend here though.
Yeah,
See if
just
we can make a
added
move in
over
this
there.
3-car train.
Shane Lewis just got through
And it-
Townsend.
Shane Lewis.
now trying to make a move on Trey Morgan here. Trey Morgan, very quiet race, but he's in P13 from a pit start. So well done to Morgan number 2. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I never realized that actually kind of sounds mean. I'm not gonna lie.
oh, it definitely is. But you know, they're brothers. They understand. You know what I mean? If you're a sibling, you'd get it. The
Sibling rivalry.
The sibling rivalry is there. But
Oh! Oh my goodness. Townsend cooking it into the final corner, almost making contact with Shane Lewis, but avoids it just in time. So Shane Lewis and Trey Morgan are still going to be fighting this position out, but Townsend now has to be a little bit more careful, trying to make some moves. They're going side by side, actually. Here we go. Shane Lewis and Trey Morgan and Shane Lewis trying to find a move here onto Trey.
gets a decent run off turn 3 there. He's going to follow him into turn 4, trying to get a better exit.
Might make a move onto the next corner. No, yeah, it actually might now. Now the tray's gone off onto the gravel.
Keeps it pretty close, but nothing for this lap at the moment.
And there we go, Steve
Peachy
Foster.
Stearns. Peachy Stearns does make it past, I believe that is Cube Master. I think it was always ahead. But Steve Foster, I mean, he's had pace all race long, but just maybe not coming to grips with the track as much, or just the car being very unsettling. Maybe the pressures aren't where they need to be. But the track is optimum now. There's a lot of grip, a lot of pace for those who have it. But very, very close to a tank slapper there for Cube Master. He's also been struggling all race long, but Steve Foster very close to Peachy Stearns here.
It also looks like we're going to be clear for rain for the rest of the race. So no rain at this mid-condition race.
Boo! Boo! Full dry.
I gotta check out the other divisions. Oh my goodness, that's Stearns going absolutely wide.
Oh, he opts to go on the outside. Oi!
Ooh, Steve Foster trying to make the move stick. No, Stearns is gonna keep his elbows out, and Cube Master's looking for an opportunity now, but Sarver as well. Is that Sarver? That is Sarver in the back, now has joined the fray. And that's a 4-car train, 4-car battle for this position.
I think Foster had already worked his way through all these guys, but then with the spin, he had to reset back, and now he's trying to find his way back through again.
Yeah, everybody with the P3 pace.
Oh my goodness, a move by Cube into the inside of turn 2 is not going to be able to make it stick, but that was ambitious, and now Sarver looking for a move, and Sarver's up the tracks. He's into the gravel, into the tire barrier.
It's the same spot. No.
I want to see that hood again. Maybe it's just gone.
Well, I feel like he.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
Oh, it's the
that Lambo.
Extra downforce in the front. Okay?
The Lambo is trying its best to do a smile for photo day, but it just seems that, you know, either the makeup wasn't applied correctly, not enough foundation. Car just looks beat up. You know, it just it's not ideal. Kevin Johnston though has closed the gap. It is now down to 1.1 seconds, and with 15 minutes to go, it begs the question: does he have enough time? Does he have enough pace to make it back enough to follow Chris Sweeney? But there's another story. He's got to pass him as well for the lead.
This is another battle that's been real tight for a long time, actually. We haven't highlighted it too much. It was Thompson versus Anson. These guys have been pretty nose to tail for the last 10 minutes. I don't think there's been too many move attempts, but another big position battle for P4 and P5.
Tyler Thompson, dark horse as ever in P4, has a usually is on the quiet end of these races, but you know, he's made up a very decent amount of spots. He started on P12 and has made up 8 spots up to P4. I mean, talk about Mr. Consistency here. Always, you know, making do with whatever happens in front in these races, and he always finishes very, very strongly.
Shane Lewis just lost a couple spots, so we'll go back and grab the replay here.
That's your bets. Oh, it's an audacious dive, and Trey Morgan nearly gets collected by Shane Lewis. There goes into the, as I said before, the gray grass, but it's not
Shane
as much
Lewis with a
grass.
yellow flag. Shane Lewis has gone off the tracks, or that might be the same incident actually. Oh yeah.
No, I think it was a different one. The same driver, unfortunately.
This is a complete collection of commentators cursing in this race, man. It's just, it's all over the place. Laguna Seca not being too friendly to these D4 drivers today.
Laguna Seca is never friendly. Let's be fair.
Oh, I'm in complete accord with that statement, Marlon. I'm not a fan.
I am.
Yeah. Oh, over and under here for Hunter Gale.
Oh my goodness. Looking for a move
close.
now.
Oh,
he's letting him
He
through.
puts it back through. I guess it was a bit of a dive into T1 that probably led to the initial overtake.
Wise as ever. Daniel Craniel. It's probably exactly that.
Giving him the flash, the fake, the dummy, the triple
Oi.
dummy, the...
Whoa!
I think he dummied himself. My goodness.
I mean, he made the move, but he lets him through again. I don't know if there's contact, but that was a triple dummy there.
Golly
Oh,
gee.
yellow
Yellow
flag for
here.
car 551. That's Cube Master. Cube Master's getting a yellow flag.
Oh, and he is stationary.
Uh-oh.
Behind the barrier. Oh, there we go. Now we see him. That car has seen better days for sure.
Cube. Fellow commentator. Has found the barriers. Or just the ground.
See what happens here. Oh, whoa. Wait. Am I tripping? Did you guys see that car in the
I
rearview
saw that.
mirror?
I saw that too, but I don't know if it's an actual car. Yeah.
What was that?
I think it's mainly just a rear wheel dip, though.
That was
Look
crazy.
who's coming here. This is gonna shape up into a spicy battle. E4, 5, and 6 are coalescing.
That's
Yo,
Sergio
Mike
Lindo did it a
Heisner
bit
with a
later.
yellow flag. I don't know why I said yo, but
Yo, another incident.
Another corkscrew victim.
You know what? You saying yo reminded me of a yo-yo, because that's how this race has gone. Up and down, in complete pandemonium at certain places.
I mean,
And,
it started down considering how turn 2 went. All right.
Speaking of yo-yo.
Turn 2 at
that's
the
a weird
beginning of
one.
the race was.
Kept it out of the wall, looks like, at least.
I think I need to see some more Jeremy Mercer yo-yo tricks of just
Well, I think,
embodying D-Force Laguna Seca race.
You might get multiple this season because he is currently leading both championships.
Is that so? Wow. 488 OP.
That's what I've been saying all along. The superior Ferrari.
Oh yeah. Anyway, Sergio Lindo, as I was mentioning earlier, is on a different tire strategy. He pit quite late as compared to P5 and P4, so tires are going to be a little bit more fresh for the last stint, and he's obviously on less fuel, so he's going to get more performance out of the tires, or he's able to push a little bit more. Going to have the slipstream in the BMW on the Porsche here, John Anderson, but he also has the slipstream on Tyler Thompson in front, and that Bentley likes to chug, especially in the lower gears. It has a lot of low-end torque, so in tracks like this where, in the traction zones you got to get a good exit, Bentley reigns supreme, along with cars like the Honda, the Lamborghini. The 991.2 is very good here. We see Trey Morgan getting out of shape slightly here. I believe that's Trey, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Morgan number 2. Correct.
It's car. There's a yellow flag for car 737. It is.
That would be Ottavio Livinore, yeah.
Is he out of fuel? Oh no, he's
I'm
just letting cars
speechless.
through. Yeah.
I'm speechless, yeah. It's been quite a race to forget for Mr. Ottavio Livinore, especially given how his practice race he qualified on pole position for D4. Was fighting with Chris Sweeney actually for the win in the practice race in what came P2, but he's had pace. He qualified on P4 right next to Steve Foster, both teammates, and seems to have not, a very fortunate race for both of those guys. Trey
Looking to
Morgan
make a move.
trying to claw his way back on the inside of Rowdy Burns here. Does leave the space.
Oh, he gets the move done. He gets that move done, but Rowdy Burns is trying to look for the move back. But no, Trey
Another yellow
Morgan
flag.
getting ahead.
Porsche
Flashing. Rowdy Burns is not happy.
Oh, Cube Master with another yellow flag into the corkscrew.
Do we spare him this time?
I think we do.
I believe so, yeah, because it's a corkscrew incident.
Just add it to the tally. Add it to the tab.
Oh,
We're at like
Lindo.
13 now.
Oh, way out there.
Oh, Lindo does lose a little bit of the ground on the cars ahead. Oh no. But John Henson was probably breathing a sigh of relief after seeing that, because that car was coming.
John Ansem, yeah, was one of the quicker drivers, qualified, what, P4, right? P3?
And then took out my fantasy driver. He did it. It was him. It was him, Your Honor. Fuck him.
Oh, no.
Red-handed.
Oh, no.
Rowdy Burns does have axle overlap. He does get a pretty decent exit on Trey Morgan here. Does have the inside.
Oh,
They're going to go
Boncel's
side
yellow
by
flagged.
side.
Boncel in front of them has yellow flagged.
Yep.
They're going to make the move
Near the
there,
pit
but
exit.
Steve Foster as well, but Boncel, and I'm sorry, it's Bonzel, Steve Foster, yellow flags, Trey Morgan, Rowdy Burns gets ahead of Trey
Bonzel.
Morgan, and
Steve Foster
Burns
also
makes
yellow
that
flag.
move.
This is
What
going
is happening?
crazy.
There's so many yellows.
There's so, oh my goodness, there's so many cars going off right now. We're at the final 8 minutes.
Bonzel
of the
losing
race.
massive amounts. He just hemorrhaged like everyone in his train. Trying to hemorrhage like 5 spots. So a very costly one there.
We
Steve
did see the
Foster.
move being made by Burns. Oh my goodness, Trey
Yeah.
Morgan touching the gravel just for a quick second, almost losing his car there. This is
Guess who's going?
Townsend looking
was
in his rear
Bonzel's
views. He
move.
sees Burns right behind him, but Burns not looking at a move into the corkscrew. He might be looking at a move further up. He's getting really close to Townsend, and Townsend has to defend for his life while Burns has to attack for his life for this P12 position. What is going to come of these two into the next coming corners, turns 1 and 2?
Guess we'll have to find out, right?
Yeah, find out on the next episode.
I'm not sure about you. I don't think I want a next episode of D4 Laguna. I think it's just too much.
They needed wet.
Oh, speaking of too much, oh my God, Gabriel Allard again
no.
overcooking turn 2.
Oof. Good avoidance by the car ahead. Everyone comes out alive.
I think oof is just the best way to describe these incidents.
Oh, music going off the tracks.
Oh my God, I thought that was Chris Sweeney.
This looks like a
Music
lot of,
still staying off the tracks.
oh, there's a lot of damage on this Mustang.
Oh, he might be struggling to turn his Mustang, yeah.
Oh,
no!
oh, more bouncing.
He's going.
He
I
is,
went too
yeah,
far back on
he's
the
struggling
replay,
to turn
but
that.
Yeah, that's this is gonna be where hurt.
Oh yeah. Almost saves it, but then the counter steer immediately into the wall, and that car is broken.
You saw that hood pop up too, so it's the same situation. He
Wait,
might
wait,
return to
whoa,
pits
whoa,
here.
whoa.
He misses the pit lane.
Hey man, those tires are immovable. You can't drive through them.
That's not a parking spot.
Oh boy. You know what? I just want to watch this. I want to see him navigate
We
this.
got Trey Morgan yellow flagged as well, right next to him.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
It's a
brake
it's a
markers are
marker.
going
Oh,
flying. The pit
those
board
brake
went
markers
flying.
are gone. Hold on.
The pit board also went flying. This is too much.
Oh,
He's on the
too
bump.
much.
Oi,
of curve.
oi. No.
He keeps it off the wall. Oh, almost.
Yeah, I spoke too soon there, Marlon.
Yep.
Ay, 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 ay,
Laguna
ay,
is
ay, ay.
a tough track, man. It is a demanding track. It doesn't feel like much when you initially go out there, but the track limits with being sand, slippy sand, is super punishing. Sausage curbs on the inside. It's a very demanding track.
Not to mention, when it's sunny out in California, this track becomes an absolute lava pit.
Fortunately, we don't have that today. It's quite cool outside.
Guys,
But
there
Very
was
cool.
4 minutes and 30 seconds left. And the gap is mostly holding at around a second. Oh,
it's been
just as I
fluctuating here
left.
and there.
Ooh,
Sergio,
just as I left,
Lindo.
Sergio went off.
Oh, he loses the silver lead, and that gives it to Anthony Lombardo. Goes from P7 to P6.
Oh my goodness, Raf Cab almost making contact. That is Raf Cab though, right? It says Steven Sarver behind him.
Oh,
Oh!
Sorry.
I think these cars are blue flags. What happened here? Oh, he just loses
hit
the sausage. No.
Sometimes it's tough to see those marks when you're trailing close behind a car. And it took a little while
Yeah.
to get it back on. Oh, I've just got 3 yellow flags. Just 4 yellow flags
Oh
pop
my
up on my
goodness, there's
thing.
so many
Race
yellow
control
flags.
is
That's Rowdy
flying.
Burns, Townsend, and Hunter Gale. 3 Porsches in the same
I'm
area.
not going to be able to find everything here. 643 is also off 100 Gale further back in turn 1. Also
D4.
D4, more like please spare me.
That opens up the gate for the Mustang to get through, yeah. Cube takes
Steve
avoiding
Foster
action.
Yellow
but
flagged again. He is not having a fun race tonight.
I think he was just letting someone through. I think that's why he got the yellow flag, just for going a little too slow. But yeah, Steve Foster not having the race of his life.
Oh, and
There's
Gabriel
another
Allard
yellow
goes wide
flag.
again.
This one's gonna
Oh,
cost
Mac
him
Morgan's gotten a yellow flag.
likely multiple
Oh,
spots.
Steven
Morgan
Sarver's got a
won.
yellow flag. Oh my god, you
Oh
get a
my
yellow flag. You
goodness.
get a yellow flag. Everyone gets yellow flags. Oprah in D4 is here. Oh my
Mac Morgan
goodness.
loses out P7 and is pushed back to P8. Sergio Lindo makes that move back. He's gonna be happy
Whoa,
about
whoa,
that.
whoa,
Oh my
whoa.
goodness, what
Whoa,
has
whoa.
happened to Morgan?
That was Morgan and Sarver, I think, coming together on a
What the
straight.
heck is going on here?
Both
Stewards
of
are
them
gonna be looking
came
at
through.
that one.
Guys.
You have fun with that one, Anton.
I will. Thank you very much. I appreciate
All right,
that.
guys, we got 2 minutes left. It is time.
I think we
to
should just watch these two.
There's
Yellow flags
another
will
yellow
be
flag for
hypnotic.
Morgan.
No, no,
Load again.
no, no. Where?
Oh my
Money is temporary. Yellow flags are forever. Is that how the saying goes? Friends are forever. Oh.
You know, it was relatively clean when Dan was hosting that one.
So there's
but
going to be 2 laps
think-
to go when they cross here. Minute 40 on the clock.
Oh yeah. Kevin's
Oh my
gotta
wait,
be
Kevin
feeling
Johnson is
desperate
3 tenths behind Chris Sweeney. You're right.
We got a blue
This
here. Oh,
flag
and there's a
ahead
blue
for-
flag coming up here. Oh, here we go. Who's that? Is that Cube Master? That's Cube Master.
Cube, yeah, Cube.
Cube, I'm gonna slide you a quick 20. Make this race a bit more interesting.
I think this has been plenty interesting.
Yeah, but between the leaders, that would make it ultimate. Oh my goodness, it has made it interesting. Look at Chris Sweeney going wide onto the gravel.
Oh, there's the brake
Johnson.
markers in the middle of the track.
Steve Foster yellow flag again.
Oh, Steve
poor
Foster
guy.
yellow flag.
And we have 1 minute left to go in what has been not much of a race, but more of just a wreck fest, which Laguna just seems to be in these lower division races. It's not been kind to these drivers, but
ACC
these two
Wreck
guys
Fest
have really kept it clean, avoided the wreck fest, especially on lap 1.
Oh,
Kevin Johnson
look at
gets
the
a good
time
run
he's
here.
gained there.
Well, Chris Sweeney's got to be feeling the pressure, but he's got
Gripping
one
the
more
wheel
lap to
tight
go.
right now.
One more lap, Chris. One more lap. Just hold it together.
It's gonna be another blue
Does he get a
flag.
good exit?
There's going to be a move into this final lap. I can already feel it. Johnston has to make a move if he wants to win this race, but Sweeney has to defend for his life. Johnston 4 tenths right behind. He needs to find something here. Chris Sweeney not trying to make a mistake, but there's a blue flag in front of him. That might cost him. Chris Sweeney looking ahead.
Oh, here we go. Here we
Oh,
go. Blue
Johnston
flag
loses
territory.
control just for a second, and Sweeney gains
He's
so
got the
much
buffer.
time.
Does Tuarno,
Oh,
he
my
does give him a
goodness, and he
good
gets
pass,
through.
good way
He gets
through.
one, but he doesn't let Johnson through.
And Johnson's
Oh,
not going to
it's a
get
bit
through
close.
cleanly. Or he will get through cleanly, but not fast. And that might be it for Chris Sweeney. And Chris Sweeney, oh, Johnson's going off the tracks. And Chris Sweeney might be looking at a victory here at Laguna
He's gotta
Seca.
bring it home.
Two
Chris
more blue
Sweeney,
flags here. Steven Sarver ahead.
can he change the narrative? Can he take control of this race? We've seen Sweeney, or we've seen Johnson on the podium before, but never Sweeney.
Oh,
Where
oh boy.
will he finish this race on the top? And it looks like he will. Starver's letting him through. Sweeney entering the final corner, and that's gonna be the race. He's entering the main straight, and that's Sweeney P1, Johnson P2. Oh my goodness.
Stressful.
Well done
race.
to both of those
Barrel's
drivers.
getting a yellow flag in the back.
I gotta say, we haven't mentioned this man all night. Madison on a complete island tonight. But
Yeah, I gotta
proper,
give my
proper podium.
props to Matt. He's a, if I was him, I probably would have fallen asleep at the wheel, to be honest. But he's been another dark horse like Tyler, but he's actually on the podium this time. So Matt Madison, I think with another podium this season. I believe he had a podium in Nürburgring, unless I'm mistaken. But very, very strong race from the top 4, from the top 5, really. I mean, we also have Anthony Lombardo as our, at the moment,
Steve
current
Foster's.
silver winner. Sergio Linda, Mac Morgan, P3 and silver. We're going to be finishing on track, I think, in P8. All these guys are RTGing, and yeah, the field spread was crazy today. All these cars that are,
There are
you know,
so many
in the top
people
8,
left.
they are blue flagged, and they have already crossed the line for the lead lap. So that's it's pretty insane.
I think there was nearly a 30-second gap to Madison and P3, if I was reading race
Wow.
control correct.
Wow.
Impressive pace by the front two.
Well done to those guys. As always, we're going to get them in for an interview, but we have our finishing order. Our top 3 was Chris Sweeney, dethroning Kevin Johnson. I know Dan's going to be very happy with that. And Matt Mattisey rounding out the podium, and our silver winner for this race was Anthony Lombardo. After such a hectic 1 hour of racing, usually these hours go by super fast, but I imagine that these guys must have felt like, man, I want this race to be over already. Especially for Steve Foster, after qualifying so well and then going into the pits at the start of the race, possibly forgetting to hit drive. We're going to have to find out what happened much after the stream. But yeah,
Right.
I mean, crazy race, especially with the stream issues. Sorry about that, everybody. But yeah, I mean, Marlon, what are your thoughts on that?
I'll fix it next week. All right, the stream issues I'll fix next week. But yeah, the race I was kind of expecting to go down like this. Laguna Seca has always been a hectic track. It's very tight, and like being there in person, you see it. It looks wide in person, but when you see the cars on track, it's so tight. But you know what? The carnage was worth it. Watching that lap 1 incident, it's amazing.
Absolutely. And
was there a big incident on lap 1? I missed.
oh,
that
Dan,
part.
you are
Oh,
in
yeah.
for a treat.
Oh,
I will
boy.
I will show you later.
I hope it stayed. I hope it stayed in the VOD before, but
That's probably there. Yeah.
it was
Anyway,
like a
this is
20 car pile up.
this is the time when we get our winners in for an interview. So we're going to be looking to bring in our 3rd place podium finisher, Matt Mattisey. I see him in the chat. Let's see if he's willing to talk to us. Let's bring him up. Matt Mattisey, Matase, man by many different. That's what I like to hear.
About
Man
Podium,
by many
man.
different names.
Thank
Podium for Matt. I mean, dude, you had a very quiet race. But P3, dark horse as always. Talk us through it, because there's a lot going on lap 1. Tell us how you felt going up through that.
guys, absolute carnage. First part of the race. I was one of the lucky ones that missed some early carnage. I believe it was turn 1?
I mean,
Spun
turn
to
1
turn
is the
right.
little dip in the road. So it's turn
Yeah.
2.
Oh, turn
Turn
2.
2.
Turn 2. So just snuck by on there, and then it was a pretty quiet race after that. Horse that was in front of me, can't remember the name, but he self-deleted a couple laps in, and then it was, like you said, quiet race the whole time. But man, like those guys, Sweeney and Johnston, shout out to you guys, man. You guys took off and didn't see you the rest of the race. I was about a pound over pressure on my tires, and I gave myself a little extra fuel given the conditions, and I went into tire saving mode basically on the 3rd or 4th lap, and then just cruised the whole time.
Wow, so I mean, yeah, apart from the start of the race, you know, even though it's a quiet race, you still really have to keep your tires in check. So even though you're not racing other guys, you're racing yourself and you're racing your tires. So it really shows how strategy can play into these races. But were you at all disappointed or possibly relieved that there was no rain this race? Because personally, I wasn't a fan. I wanted there to be rain, and possibly, according to Marlon, there probably would have been more carnage. So, how was the preparation?
Rain would
going
have been
into this week?
awesome.
I'm in the belief that more variables the better, and it brings in more strategy. Having the right tire pressures, making sure you have the right tires selected at your pit stop, given the conditions changing, and then conditions changing on the fly. Those are things that, like, that's that next level that we look forward to. And man, we had dry, like tumbleweeds rolling across the track tonight, man. And I said it, I was in a group chat with a couple of the guys, and I said, I think they turned off the variables for D4, knowing the carnage that would ensue if there was any rain. So I thought this was just a normal race.
Well, I mean, some could argue that it was a normal race for D4 given how many yellow flags we had. I think we had a record amount for, I mean, it was probably, I wasn't really counting, but we had an incident counter going on in our heads for the course crew, and it was something at least like 15 separate incidents there. So.
Yes, 13 to 14 or 15, yeah.
It was ridiculous. So, I mean,
Jason made
with
that
or without
announcement.
rain. With
Jason
or
made
without
that
rain, there was
announcement
plenty
where
of
people should
incidents.
be like registering their incidents, but after what happened in D4 this week, I don't know.
Yeah,
And the stewards are not going to be
looking
happy.
forward to it. I know Marlon was happy, but he's not a steward, so.
Look, Anton is excited, man.
No. I
He
got
says no,
classes
but he
tomorrow,
means
man.
yes.
I can't steward.
All in
What are you
all,
talking
though,
about?
boys, it was a fairly enjoyable race for me. I didn't see all of those yellow flags, fortunately, but yeah, it was tough out there. Like, I mean, those guys, obviously, like D4, were always fighting for position, but man, like Sweeney and Johnston, they're on the next level. I mean, some might say D2 times, but you know,
okay,
they were
calling him out.
they were. But no, man, I felt good, felt confident coming into the race. I like this track, and I always seem to do well here. So shout out to Darren for keeping me focused through the whole race. You know, he didn't have the greatest race out there, but he stayed positive. So that was a big bonus.
That's all you can ask from a teammate, right? You know, just the
Yep.
positivity showing up when it matters, and that he did. Darren's always a staple here, so always good to
Staple.
see both of you guys here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Any other shout outs before we let you go?
No, shout out to you guys. Thank you for hosting week in and week out. I really enjoy going back, watching it, commenting, liking. Make sure everyone goes out there and likes the video. Keep the numbers up for D4.
Absolutely.
definitely
Thank you
the
again,
most
Matt. I'll send you
high
right
event
back.
division.
Oh,
And,
yes.
Yeah, Matt, just want to make sure you're giving yourself enough props, buddy. You were giving Sweeney and Johnston props, but you were, what, over 15 seconds clear of P4 tonight. Your pace was fantastic as well.
Oh, thank you. Much thanks in this corner. But yeah, so much thanks to all my supporters. Anton, thank you for the help this week. Much thanks. Looking forward to next week with Kyle Lamy. So love that track. Me and Darren have driven that track a few times, one including the 9-hour endurance race. So we have some experience at that track. So a little teaser for you boys, and then obviously Monza after that, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct, yeah.
Looking forward to the end of the season, boys.
Looking forward to seeing you back on the podium next week. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
Kyle Lamy, it's going to be interesting. I want to see you back on the podium if we put those
Oh,
hours
yeah.
in.
Oh, yeah.
Countless hours.
Well,
Kailani,
in
best
a more
track in the
positive
game.
context.
I agree,
Exactly.
Dan. Yep, best track in the game.
You know, it's going to be
All right.
wide this time, so there's not going to be as many incidents.
Well, I wouldn't
Hey.
count it out.
yeah.
Appreciate you, Matt.
Oh,
I'm going to
thank
send you
Dan.
back.
We'll
Yep,
send you
thanks,
on back.
guys.
Enjoy
Thanks
the race
again.
review. Good stuff.
See you.
Well
Yep,
done.
shout out to my girlfriend for putting up with my crazy hobbies.
Woohoo!
See you, boys.
See ya.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
We should, like, get a pin. I survived D4 Laguna Seca.
Honestly,
I'm
that-
looking
that's
at the
pretty
race
good.
results, guys. We had 9 drivers on the lead lap finish this one.
Are you kidding me?
Impressive. I don't know if I've
On a
ever
full
seen
dry
that.
track?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Anyway, we're gonna bring in one of our 8 drivers who finished on the lead lap. That'd be P2 Kevin Johnston. Let's bring him up for an interview.
And do you guys remember who the silver winner is?
That would be Anthony Lombardo. But here we have Kevin Johnston in the booth, P2. First of all, mega job on the start. That was phenomenal. You jumped Chris Sweeney going into the first few laps, and you guys both held steady gaps, but it all came down to the pits. So talk us through talk us through your first in, because there were a few. I mean, there was a lot of incidents going on, basically just here, there, everywhere, Dr. Seuss style. But yeah, I mean, talk us through your race, Kevin.
Yeah, red car, blue car type stuff. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, it's first stint was honestly pretty good. I felt. So ironically, one of the practice servers, I only got one chance to practice this week. one of the practice servers pretty much matched the conditions tonight, so I had a setup saved. So like everything was pretty much bang on, at least as far as setup went. If it was going to rain, I probably would have been screwed. But yeah, I mean, first stint, I just tried to keep it clean. There's a couple offs there that I kind of dipped the rears in the sand or whatever. But yeah, first stint was pretty good, and like you said, it kind of came down to pit strategy. So yeah, it's just unfortunate to end that way, but man, it was a excellent race with Chris.
So you're saying it's unfortunate to end that way, but still P2 is a huge result for you. I mean, you're still, I would imagine, leading the driver's standings by quite a margin ahead of John Ensom, who finished, I believe, in P5.
John Anson was 19 points behind.
Yeah, so you built a another pretty healthy gaps to heading into the last 2 rounds at Kyalami and Monza. So, I mean, I would say the championship is in your control. It's yours to lose at this point. I mean, how do you feel coming for the next 2 weeks?
Well, I'm not gonna try and jinx it or anything. I do like Kailami. I've done an endurance in the Lexus there, so I feel really confident about that. And then I think Monza, the Lexus, is just gonna be stupid fast. So maybe they'll bop it properly. I don't know, but I'm feeling. I know that would do you dirty. So
don't tell anybody.
Negative 40, please.
Don't worry, no one's here that could influence this.
Oh yeah.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, I feel pretty confident about it. The only thing that's really going to catch me out is the drop points, and yeah, hopefully that doesn't come into play, but we'll see.
I mean, what are the drop points? I haven't really taken a huge look at the standings right now. So John Ansip does have a drop points race of 35, and you have 0. So
yeah, I'm just more worried about my 0 because I missed the first week. So I just don't want that to come into play. I mean, obviously, if it does, it does. But yeah, it's just unfortunate to not have that cushion.
Well, I mean, your cushion is just going to be your outright pace at this point, right? So if you're able to keep that up, I don't see how you're going to have too much of a problem in these next 2 weeks. But yeah, I mean, you've been the cream of the crop class of the field these last few weeks. So I'm expecting big things from you, Kevin. I'm not trying to jinx you, like you said, but you know,
he's jinxing you.
Even your pace today was superb, and I mean, just unlucky with the blue flags in the pit strategy. Just, I mean, it happens, right? But you know, both you and Chris drove a phenomenal race. P2 is still a mega result, and I'm sure Jacob Curtis is somewhere, you know, happy for you, right, teammate?
Yeah, he's probably listening in. He's like I said, he's got a little goofy work schedule, and he says he's listening in. So yeah, mad ups to him. He's talking me through it all and just giving me the boost that I need. So
I guess since we're on the point of shoutouts, do you want to make any other shoutouts while we still have you here?
Yeah, like I mean, team Jacob Curtis, Race Forge, those guys are outstanding. The fam back home, actually upstairs, but for letting me do this stuff. So yeah, and sure. Obviously stewards and admins for sure. I mean, like couldn't do this without them. And I know I've had some questionable requests from them and to them. So thanks for putting up with me, and thanks for doing what you do.
Well, stewards definitely will have a time this week. So I don't know if you saw what happened behind you, but
yeah, I caught glimpses as you were driving up, so yeah.
Oh yeah. Anyway, we're gonna send you back again. P2, amazing result, dude. You should be very happy with that.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Yep, great drive tonight. See ya.
Thanks.
All right, and our silver winner, Anthony Lombardo, I believe. Last time I was commentating, which was about 3 weeks ago, it was for was Donington. He was our silver winner, and he wasn't able to speak. So I'm hoping that I can drag him this time, and he's able to chat with us because he had a pretty eventful race. So let's see if he's around. Mr. Lombardo, Anthony, are you here? Maybe, please. No. Anthony. Earth to Anthony. Hello. Any other SOS calls for us, guys? Any? No.
Okay. Looking good.
Nope.
All good.
Anyway,
Anthony. Congrats on your race, man. Silver win was great.
phenomenal drive. Phenomenal battling there with Mac Morgan. Those guys were tooth and nail for quite a long time, and I think it seems that Anthony was just able to get the car where he needed to be at the right place at the right time, with Sergio Lindo having a few mishaps at the tail end of the race, and with Mac Morgan fighting other cars. But honestly, the Silver drivers provided a very excellent race today, so I'm very proud of them. But
Yeah, Sergio Lindo made that move, and then Lombardo just gets it back. They were fighting for that P1 silver position for a while. It's great to see it finally comes to an end.
I think Chris Sweeney, I just saw him there, but I don't see him anymore. I kind of want Dan to interview him because he's a fantasy driver. Yep, he already asked. So, hoping he joins back. In the meantime, play some elevator music in your brains, folks. We're trying to get these guys, these voices heard, you know.
Yeah. Back to our summary of the final 2 races of the season. We talked about it earlier in the stream, but I know the VOD didn't pick it up when I switched over to Dan's hosting. But we do have Kyalami coming up, and that is going to be the 7th round, and then we have Monza, the Temple of Speed, coming up as the final race for these drivers. So make sure you guys look out for that. Laguna Seca was an interesting race. We'll see how the next 2 races go.
It's gonna turn from Temple of Speed to Temple of Yellow Flags, is what I'm guessing.
Yeah, okay.
If today's anything to go by, but
Monza's gonna be pretty interesting. I think Kyalami's gonna be relatively safe. I'm calling it that Kyalami's gonna be relatively safe. Okay.
I don't know.
Kyalami's got some
Have
interesting
you seen how big the track is?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
If there's enough space to go 8 wide in turn 1, they're gonna go 8 wide in turn 1.
They did go 4 wide in the final 2 corners of Snetter. You are right.
Oh my god, we are in for a treat. But yeah, since Chris Sweeney is not able to come for an interview, we'll just give a quick shout out to him. Excellent strategy call going in for the undercut. I'm sure Dan is very happy. Dan, do you have a few words for Chris?
I've been DMing Chris off and on last few weeks, as he's both on my fantasy team and a fellow Mustang driver. We are in the few Mustang drivers this season. So we've been talking TC and setups and stuff as well. So I'm really happy to see him have a great race. I know he's had some up and down ones this season, but pace has always been there, and I'm glad he was able to really show it off tonight.
Absolutely, and made the strategy call when it mattered at the right time, was able to keep the gap consistent with the other cars passing by on the blue flags. And yeah, I mean, the second stint was, I want to say it was close, but you know, it seemed in control for most of the way. So again, congratulations to Chris. And I think that just about wraps up our stream. So once again, folks, thank you so much for joining this time around. We only have 2 more races to go. It's Kyalami and Monza. 2 possible fan favorites. Monza, maybe not so much, just because, you know, maybe turn 1's a little bit treacherous for some people. But once again, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like on the stream. It really helps us get the stream out there. The exposure helps us a lot. And of course, if you do want to keep watching, please do subscribe. We do have other streams going on at the same time. We have D2 over on Twitch and D6 also on YouTube, and on Tuesdays we stream D1 through D3 and 5. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Marlon, for having me here. Dan, as always, came to the rescue. The GOAT.
Into the rescue.
All good, fellas.
Man, Monza purgatory, open lobby purgatory.
Yeah, I'm excited. Dan, can we run the P-Cup cars just for a change? I think that would be fun.
I'm down. We get to join the practice race, D3, D4 practice race. Send it.
Yes, that would be amazing. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Very good.